We've had a lot of questions on our vlog from you guys, our viewers, about different things. So today is going to be a question and answer video.
Are you homeschool friendly? The answer is yes, we are.
In fact, if you view our playlist, you'll see that I just did a video on our 2015-16 homeschool year curriculum plans and what I'm going to be using for the kids, the books that we're going to be using for homeschooling.
Another homeschooling question. Do the kids take any classes outside of home? The answer to that is right now, no, but they have in the past and they probably will again. We take a Spanish class. The lady comes to our house and she teaches Spanish while Janelle teaches her son piano lessons. So we kind of do a trade-off there. Have you always wanted such a large family by today's standards? I don't think 6 is that huge, but by today's standards it's pretty large. Yes, I've always wanted a large family, and Janelle has too.
When we were I wouldn't say dating, when we were corresponding to one another and courting, that was a topic that we covered. How many kids do we want? And initially, do you remember what that first number was?
10?
It was 10. And then when we hit, was it 3 or 4? We started rethinking that number, wondering if we really were going to make it to 10. And part of that was because our kids, the spacing of our kids actually went from 2 years to 3.5 years to 3 years. And then all of a sudden, something happened and now they're 2 years or under apart. So, I don't know. Originally we were thinking maybe we'd end up with 7. But now I'm wondering if that 10 is looking more likely. I don't know.
Our decision is to just let God decide how many kids we're going to have. And also we realize that God's given us brains. If anything comes up that's medical reasons or whatever, then we'll probably stop. But short of medical reasons, I think we've already gotten to the point where if we're going to go insane, we've already gone insane. So, and yes, we've come pretty close a few times going insane. We've had 2 really, really hard babies, John and Mary. But Grace is easier, and you have a lot of kids, you get used to it. And it's just one at a time, unless you have twins, of course, but that hasn't happened yet. So we're just going to continue, see what happens. I'm always up for more excitement. Next question someone asked, I think we just answered it. Are you planning on having any more kids? If God wills, then yes. Okay. How did you two meet?
We met, a girl at our church went to a singles conference that Art was actually attending, and she thought of me and thought that Art and I would be a perfect match, so we actually started corresponding because I hadn't met Art yet. We corresponded for 9 months before I met him for the first time. I got to actually learn a lot about Art just by writing, and then we got to meet for the first time, and he didn't scare me away at first.
Which is amazing.
And you came back 2 months later? I think you came back in July. And we visited some more, and we just had a really good time. And then things kind of progressed in that direction. And a year and a half after we started writing, Art proposed to me, and that's a story for another day. And we were married, a little while after that. So that's how we met. It was not my plan. My plan was to actually go off to college and be a career person, and then I would find Mr. Perfect. And obviously God had a much different idea for, obviously God had a very different plan for us, and one that I am ever so thankful that he chose and not the plans that I had originally made. Okay, Art, one of our viewers wanted to know, how did you become interested and become a band instrument repair technician?
When I was in high school, I bought and sold instruments, and I enjoyed it, and I made a little money at it, so I thought if I could fix the things, I could make more money at it. So I went to college to learn how to repair instruments, and there are 3 colleges in the country that have band instrument repair. So I chose the one in Minnesota, Red Wing Technical College. had a good reputation, and I also like Minnesota. I think it's a cool state. So I went to Minnesota and learned how to fix instruments.
How long was the program?
It was 9 months. They teach you everything you need to know, or at least enough to get you into trouble in 9 months. And then you learn as you go. So I've been doing it for 22 years now, and
Did you have a job before you started your business here?
I worked at another music store before I started my own business in Michigan. But then when I moved here, I started my own music store, the Brass and Woodwind Shop. And it's supported our family all these years. When I was first thinking of a career, I went through the phone book, and I figured the phone book has about every job you can think of in it. So I just flipped through the phone book, one job at a time, and I came up with 3 jobs I was interested in. Train engineer, crop duster, or band instrument repair. And I chose band instrument repair because I figured it'd be better for a family life to do that. And also another job that interested me was moving houses. I'm not a normal guy, and a normal job just doesn't fit me. I need an odd job. 2 more questions here.
And these 2 are related. Okay, somebody asks, every time a bug walks past, you know what it is. How do you know what all the bugs are?
I just enjoy bugs, and I find them very interesting. I always have. And then John likes bugs too, so
It sort of creeps me out because we'll be out in the garden and somebody will go, look at this cool bug, and everybody goes running to go see this bug. And then it's not bad enough just to look at this creepy bug. They pick it up, they touch it and hold it, and then they carry it around. And I plead with them, please do not bring the bug into my house. But once in a while, bugs enter my house. And,
another unusual thing is our kids like spiders. I think all of them like spiders and are willing to hold them. Maybe not Charity, but Lydia loves them. Their 4-year-old daughter, she'll hold spiders and play with them. Yeah, and we've taught the kids how not to get bitten by spiders. There is a correct way to hold spiders and a not correct way. We try to make sure that we're safe about it, so don't worry about that.
So what happens when we have a spider in the house? Usually, first things first is I call Art, and if he feels so inclined to rescue the spider, he promptly removes it from my house. But if he's not here, I get the vacuum and I go, and the spider disappears. Spiders can live outside, that's fine. They do not belong in my house, and you don't like that. There's these ugly green ones, and they're just nasty. So Art sometimes will flush those guys. And I always find spiders in my bedroom at night when I'm laying in bed and I'm looking up, and all of a sudden I'll see this spider either in the corner or crawling across the ceiling, and I'm like, Art, I can't sleep until the spider's gone. And he's a good hubby. He goes and fetches my spider for me and gets rid of him.
We just answered our next question. If you see a spider inside your house, what do you do with it?
If it's me, I squish it.
If it's me, I usually let it go, but sometimes I will vacuum them up, but not too often.
We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave something in the comments section and we will try to get back to you. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to our channel and watch our almost daily vlog of our large family life. Thanks for watching.